These characters are bad to the bone. Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 comic book villain roles by British actors.
Weapons?
Makes my arm cannon look like a leaf blower.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at the best performances by British actors playing villains taken from comic books. We're judging the contenders not just on the quality of the actor's performance, but also on the popularity of their character. And we're limiting each villain to one entry on the list.
Otto, what do you want?
That precious tritium. But I need more of it this time.
Number 10, Tom Hardy as Bane, The Dark Knight Rises. Batman has battled his fair share of British villains, with Liam Neeson almost getting the better of him as Ra's al Ghul in Batman Begins.
You are just an ordinary man in a cape. That's why you couldn't fight injustice, and that's why you can't stop this train.
But of all the Caped Crusader's enemies, few have been more formidable than Bane, the man who broke the Bat.
Your spirit? Oh, your buddy!
Despite Nolan's take on the character being more grounded in The Dark Knight Rises, the villain nonetheless made a big impression.
If I pull that off, will you die?
It would be extremely painful.
You're a big guy.
For you.
Tom Hardy gives a career-defining performance as the man with the creepy mask and the distorted voice. And his character's sympathetic backstory makes him more than just another bad guy doing evil for evil's sake.
I am the League of Shadows. I'm here to fulfill Ra's al Ghul's destiny.
Number 9, Matthew Goode as Adrian Veidt, aka Ozymandias, Watchmen. Ozymandias may have gotten his start as a superhero, but in Watchmen, the hero-turned-businessman and public figure is revealed to have a god complex and an elaborate scheme to trigger a nuclear apocalypse.
It doesn't take a political scientist to see that our Cold War with the Russians isn't ideological. It's based upon fear of not having enough.
Whilst Ozzy's motives may have been noble, to save the world from impending war, he reinforces his villainous credentials by killing a former friend and framing another for murder.
I tipped off the police, and once you were in prison, I was able to move forward.
In his first big-budget action film role, Goode gives an assured performance as the charismatic genius with muddled views on good and evil.
To the pharaohs, their greatest secrets entrusted to their servants.
Number 8, Mark Strong as Frank DAmico, KickAss. Mark Strong is well accustomed to playing villains on film, and the superhero black comedy KickAss sees him putting all the experience to good use in a truly dastardly role.
You really want to be a part of my business?
Yeah.
Then sit down, shut up, and watch.
Playing the murderous crime lord Frank DAmico, Strong delivers a straight-faced performance that fits hilariously well into the film's comedic time.
KickAss. How you doing?
Kill my men, huh?
He struggles to bond with his nerdy son, Chris, and accidentally kills a party entertainer dressed as KickAss. You know, typical villain problems. Strong also receives extra points for his character's unforgettable death in the finale, when he finds himself on the wrong end of a bazooka. Number 7, Andy Serkis as Ulysses Klaw, aka Klaw, Marvel Cinematic Universe. Serkis may be best known for playing Gollum in Peter Jackson's The Lord of the Rings, but he is more than just a motion capture actor.
You think they're for you? Don't worry. I can do a deal with you all by myself, thank you very much.
In Avengers Age of Ultron, he has an admittedly small role as the mercurial arms dealer Ulysses Klaw, but he nonetheless steals the show thanks to his quirky accent and his distinctive brand of villainous humor.
Tony Stark used to say that to me. You're one of his.
In Black Panther, he develops his character further, most notably in this interrogation scene where he seamlessly switches from funny to deadly. And did we mention the singing?
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
Number 6, Terence Stamp as General Zod, Superman 2. In Superman 2, Stamp did something extraordinary with his character. He made a man dressed in black PVC appear menacing.
Is there no one on this planet to even challenge me?
It's not just that General Zod can fight Superman without taking a backward step, Stamp also imbued the character with such a sense of casual ruthlessness that we really do think he is a worthy opponent for the Man of Steel.
And who is your superior?
I answer only to the President.
And he will answer to me.
So often Superman's enemies can feel a little flat, but not here. And if that wasn't enough, Zod also gave us one of the most quotable lines from any Superman film. A true classic.
Kneel before Zod!
Number 5, Karen Gillan as Nebula, Marvel Cinematic Universe. Scottish actress Karen Gillan went the extra mile for her role as Nebula in the MCU, shaving her head, training in martial arts, and spending up to 5 hours a day in makeup.
Thanks, Dad. Sounds fair. This is one fight you won't win.
An outright baddie in the first Guardians of the Galaxy film, her relationship with her sister Gamora was explored further in the second installment, resulting in an epic showdown that takes sibling rivalry to a whole new level.
Are you kidding me?
But Gillan is at her best when she's exploring Nebula's backstory, transforming her into a more complex and likable character.
I don't need to tell you what you want, it's obvious.
You were the one who wanted to win, and I just wanted a sister!
Number 4, Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock, aka Venom. Venom. Whilst many have labelled Venom an anti-hero, we're treating him as a straight-up villain for this list, particularly considering the character's comic book origins.
Yeah. Hey, can you turn your music down, please? Because I'm having a really hard time. Whatever.
Hardy once promised to give fans the best Venom he could muster, and boy, does he deliver, with his producer claiming the actor gave a masterclass on set each day.
You had to learn how to hide in plain sight. I'm pretty good at it, but you suck. Whoever you are.
The film graphically shows the outward struggle between Eddie Brock and the symbiote, but it is Hardy's portrayal of the inner struggle that really catches the eye. Jekyll and Hyde, eat your heart out.
We are Venom.
Oh, I have a parasite.
Number 3, Alfred Molina as Otto Octavius, aka Dr. Octopus, Spider-Man 2. Many of Spider-Man's big screen villains have unfortunately been rather forgettable, but Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man 2 bucks the trend.
Yes.
Molina once revealed he had more fun working on this film than any other big screen feature, and that sense of enjoyment shines through in his award-winning performance. Following the death of Doc Ock's wife, Molina injects a sense of pathos into the character that is often lacking in his comic book counterpart.
You've stuck your webs in my business for the last time. Now you'll have this woman's death on your conscience.
His relationship with Peter Parker actually offers Octavius a chance at redemption rarely afforded to villains, and he capitalizes on it by sacrificing himself to avoid a disaster that would have claimed countless lives. Number 2, Ian McKellen as Magneto, X-Men franchise.
What have I done?
Within the newer generation of X-Men, Michael Fassbender's Magneto is easily amongst the most compelling characters.
My name isn't Henrik. My name is Magneto.
But even Fassbender can't compete with the genius of Sir Ian McKellen, who plays Magneto to perfection, with an equal measure of ruthlessness to his enemies and compassion to his friends.
Who will you stand with, the humans or us?
Magneto has arguably the most sympathetic motivations of any superhero villain. He struggles to prevent what he sees as an otherwise inevitable mutant genocide, as informed by his own experience as a survivor of the Holocaust. His reconciliation with Professor X in Days of Future Past is probably the most poignant moment in any X-Men film. Number 1. Tom Hiddleston as Loki, Marvel Cinematic Universe. Some say the villains haven't always been a strong point for the MCU, but the trickster god Loki is an exception to that rule.
It's good to have you back. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to destroy Jotunheim.
Hiddleston brings a welcome complexity to the conflicted son of Odin as he searches for understanding and acceptance. In fact, so impressive was Hiddleston in Thor that he went on to reprise his role in subsequent Avengers films.
I won't touch Barton, not until I make him kill you. Slowly, intimately, in every way he knows you fear.
As well as conveying the pathos of his character, Hiddleston brings a deft comic touch to his scenes. Years after making his debut, Loki remains the most memorable on-screen MCU villain and one of the best comic book movie baddies of all time.
Where's Odin? You just couldn't stay away, could you? Everything was fine without you.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo UK and subscribe for more great content.